Greenland, a vast country of ice, epic landscapes, and emptiness. It's an island 7 times the size of the UK, but home to the same number of people as live in Canterbury. It has a small economy, almost entirely based on fishing, and while it has its own government, it remains part of Denmark, 2,000 miles away. So it was quite a surprise when earlier this year, Donald Trump said he was interested in purchasing Greenland.
Essentially, it's a large real estate deal. We're looking at it. It's not number one on the burner.
So when Donald Trump announced he wanted to buy the world's largest island, most Greenlanders reacted with complete bemusement. What could possibly have attracted him to the place? Surely it wasn't the golfing opportunities. The US president might not have realised the capital city, Nuuk, already had a high-rise shopping centre. What do the customers think? Do you think Greenland should be for sale?
No.
It's a joke.
That is just ridiculous.
So if it's not the shopping or the golf, could the US president's interest have a deeper meaning? Greenland's rocks contain a wealth of minerals, from gold to uranium to numerous rare earth metals. Due to global warming, the rich deposits are becoming easier to access, as rising temperatures cause Greenland's vast ice sheet to melt. As Annette Juel-Nielsen, a geologist with the government of Greenland, tells me, mining companies are increasingly eager to invest.
For the past 2 years, there's been an increased interest in the Arctic, and we get more companies that are interested in exploring in Greenland.
How much of Greenland's geology is yet to be discovered?
We have a general idea of what the geology looks like, but not the entire country has been mapped in detail, not at all. So it's pretty underexplored. You can call it like a frontier country.
And one of those frontiers is a 4.5-hour boat ride away, through freezing ocean and narrow fjords. Nestled between the ice cap and the sea is a place called Apalutok, where Greenland's first ruby mine, a joint US-Greenlandic venture, opened in 2017. This area is thought to be one of the oldest coloured gemstone deposits worldwide. In the open pit, diggers excavate large areas. You can quite literally see the sparkles of rubies in the ground. I spoke to Yasha, one of their employees, for a lesson in the natural history of rubies.
The rubies in this deposit, they were recently dated to 2.7 billion years old. And
And there would have been like high temperatures, high pressure?
Very high temperatures, 700-800 degrees. They would have been buried upwards of 10 kilometers.
And it's only that environment you get the kind of geology you need to make
exactly,
the corundum, which makes the ruby.
Yes, exactly.
So the result of all that time, high temperatures and pressures, and quite a lot of geological serendipity is this, a seam running through the rock containing rubies. I asked the owner, Peter Madsen, what gives Greenland rubies an edge on the global market. There are rubies found in other parts of the world. What is the advantage of a Greenland ruby?
We know exactly where the ruby come from, so we can guarantee our customer that they can get the same color and type of stone for the next 10 years. Also, we have responsible mining here in Greenland, because today everybody is thinking about to buy responsible things. You are buying meat or fish or what you are buying. So why not buy rubies that are responsible mined as well?
In the processing plant, local workers are busy sorting through tons of ore and then literally chip away at the rock to reveal Greenland rubies. Getting at the rest of it, say vast oil and gas reserves, might have a far greater impact on the environment. And given the effects climate change is already having, environmental campaigners like Gitti Tittusen worry it's almost too late for Greenland.
Change is here. It's not some in the future or in 100 years. It is here. It's happening. We have to be responsible for the Greenlandic nature and the Greenlandic people. I mean, we've seen in other countries how they've been mining for different minerals or metals or what have you, and it just ruined the country.
And are you afraid that could happen in Greenland?
Yeah, I'm afraid it might someday. I mean, we are only 58,000 people, and we don't have so much power as a nation.
But with more and more companies eager to make use of the country's riches, what will it mean for people's way of life? I head out with Johannes Hillman and Lars Mathiasen. In Greenlandic tradition, they're neither fishermen or hunters, rather both, going after cod, whale or reindeer depending on the season. An hour from Nuuk, we reach the remote hunting camp near where their grandfathers grew up. But with winter ice disappearing, they can't catch seals and whales like they used to.
Before 90s, we have the winter hunting also, but not more. So this year, I don't think the hunting season in the winter time. I don't think so.
The whale and reindeer meat drying around us certainly isn't a taste I'm keen on acquiring, and this traditional life is less appealing to Greenlanders. Johannes tells me how they're the last in their families to work as hunters.
Only Lars, he followed with his hunting life.
Greenland's fate isn't just being shaped by a changing climate and economy. It's of increasing interest to America, not because of what it has, but where it is. Sitting in a now thawing Arctic Ocean between Russia, Europe and the US.
They want that nobody else has right now, which is location.
Head of one of Greenland's leading pro-independence parties, Pele Broberg, believes his country is better off moving away from Denmark and exploiting its strategic value to America.
Donald Trump may not have been the best diplomat with regards to how he would approach Greenland, but he has certainly put Greenland on the worldwide map. People tend to be a little bit more careful of how they talk about Greenland.
So Donald Trump's language may have been mocked, but the idea of closer ties to America certainly speaks to many in Greenland, considering the country's future. Having spent a little time in Greenland, it's clear its politics and its climate are changing fast, and the people here are more than aware of the country's strategic and commercial significance. Of course, Greenland isn't for sale, but it's not to be taken for granted either.